Today is Monday, October 6th, and this is the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. If you're a renter in Florida, or if you're planning on renting soon, you're going to want to hear my talk with reporter Douglas Soule about a new law that just went into effect. Plus, we have some events to check out this week in the Tampa Bay area. But before that, let's hit the latest news. The historic gas plant district in St. Pete that was supposed to be developed as part of a new Rays Stadium deal could be built into something else instead. That something else is a $6.8 billion redesign that includes where Tropicana Field currently sits. The new plan includes a music hall, an outdoor amphitheater, affordable housing, and more. If the new Rays owners decided to stay in that same area, they'd still have a chance with the proposed design. There's renderings you can check out at WUSF.org. Panelists debated Florida's affordable housing crisis at USF last week. Data shows the state is short around 500,000 homes. Ed Pinto looks at market trends for AEI Housing Center. He says relaxing some zoning rules would help the state stop going in its current direction for housing development.
A McMansion. And McMansions are going up, not so much in Bradenton, but in Sarasota they're going up tremendously. And there's nothing wrong with McMansions, except you should have a right to build 3 or 4 townhomes instead of that McMansion that takes the same amount of space.
Another panelist says the state's current laws keep people from building what's referred to as separate granny flats on their own property. And no, it's not just for grandmas. Some of the Clearwater Memorial Causeway is being renamed after Hulk Hogan, who lived on Clearwater Beach until his death in July. The state will be setting up workout stations along the trail that runs along the causeway. There's already a sign put up in yellow and red, Hogan's trademark colors. More than 30 laws took effect in Florida starting October 1st, and here's one you're going to want to remember if you're a renter in the state. Landlords now have to tell you if there's been any history of flooding at the place that you're renting. WUSF's Douglas Soule covers Tallahassee and state law for the Your Florida team. Doug, do you know why lawmakers were so adamant on getting this law passed?
This law is kind of baffling, not because necessarily any of the content of the law, but because of how many years it's taken for it to hit the books. Florida has many coastal communities that have experienced many flooding events, and Floridians are really going to benefit from the transparency offered here, according to C.J. Reynolds of the Florida Housing Coalition.
It will help renters to better protect themselves. Better information will help renters to better inform themselves so they can take protective action, make decisions about where they want to live.
I mean, this sounds especially important now, especially considering last year's hurricane season when tons of areas that hadn't flooded before were also flooding.
You're completely right, Sky, and I think most people would want to know if their place of living had at one point been underwater, even if it had been fixed. That helps Floridians keep a lookout for issues such as mold, electrical problems, or other damages that come with your living room sleeping with the fishes. Also, by knowing you have a flood risk, you can, as CJ Reynolds said, better protect yourself. You can know when or even how to evacuate, whether to put your possessions higher up on the wall. There's a lot of benefits to just having this basic knowledge of flooding history, and it's one that Floridians will be afforded now moving forward. By the way, just last October, a similar law took effect protecting Florida homeowners from the same issue.
If you want to read more about this story, you can right now. Just head over to WUSF.org. Douglas, thank you for the time, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me on.
Crooked Thumb Brewery in Safety Harbor is holding its book and puzzle swap night tonight. You could bring up to 5 books or puzzles for each item. You get a ticket to choose an item that was also brought there that you could take home. It's a constantly rotating thing, so items are coming in and out. That's an excuse to walk away for a bit, get a beer. We recommend the Harbor Lager. Also, just make sure the items are in good condition, and Crooked Thumb says no encyclopedias or how-to manuals and no puzzles with missing pieces. You're going to make somebody go insane. Don't be that guy. Tuesday is National Taco Day, and some taco joints are holding special deals to celebrate. One I'll bring up is Taco Dirty. They have 2 locations in South Tampa and Riverview. All-day specials plus giveaways every half an hour, gift cards, free bowls, drinks. I never need an excuse to eat a taco, but this one will be getting celebrated in my household. And Wednesday is the start of the Sacred Heart Fall Festival in Pinellas Park. The festival lasts until the 12th, which is this upcoming Sunday. There's rides, food, live music, carnival games. I really like the one where you spray water in the clown's mouth until a bell rings. I've been clutching that one a couple times. Here's the big thing. Admission is free. You just have to pay for the rides and the food, obviously. They also have an unlimited ride wristband for $30. How do the Bucks keep doing it? They win another thriller, this time across the entire country in Seattle. A field goal as time expires. The 4th time this year they've come back to win it in the final 2 minutes. We're losing years in our lives watching this team, but man, is it worth it right now. That's the blend for today. If you're missing some episodes throughout the week, why not turn on the notifications from whichever app you're listening on so you could find out exactly when an episode comes out? Not a bad idea, right? Just saying. Anyways, I'll catch you tomorrow. Have an amazing start to your week.